good morning. Well, good morning, depending if you're over in Australia, but good afternoon and good evening. I'm not going to make you guys listen to that entire opening. It's about 4.5 minutes long. Welcome back to Amazing ATS, where a real trucker meets the virtual roads. And you guys do see that there in the pinned comment. I am not running 156. It is an extremely lackluster update. There's not a whole lot to it right now. Absolutely no point in running it. Cresting, Big Dub, Randy, what's going on today, guys? And the truck we did bring out today is the International 9900i Eagle. Hey, Jim, how's it going today? And right now we are sitting up here in Great Falls, Montana. Our run today is going to be taking us down to the America Gas in Garden City, Kansas. And about 1,200 miles or so to get down there. We do have our full drive time in the trailer behind us. This is from John Ruta's trailer pack. It is the Polar Tanker. Underneath the hood of the truck today, we are running a Cummins X15, 525 horsepower, and of course, our 18-speed transmission. And we've got a beautiful sunrise coming up behind us. So without any further waiting, let's climb into the truck, get her fired up, and let's do some trucking.
Navigation resumed.
The sleeper is bare. There is nothing back there. I really don't dress that up too much, Cresting, since I change trucks on this profile so often.
To the right, and then take the exit on the right.
Whoops, unnecessary lane change. That tells you how much I knew where the heck I was going. In case you were wondering how I got this sunrise, and what I did do is I got weather 3.4 active on for the graphics mods today. So absolutely gorgeous sunrise. Hey Omar, what's going on today? If there's no cop, you don't stop. This one we can't run because we would have got a red light fine. Let's see if we can get through the day without any driving awards. How are you guys doing this week, especially? And where I am here in Iowa, it's been an absolutely gorgeous week, mid-70s, very low humidity. Feels like fall even though it is not. So we get into next week and we're going to get the quote-unquote so-called second summer. What does that mean? We're going to be back up in the mid to upper 80s. Hey, Bob, good afternoon to you. Well, for you, good evening. Well, should I say good morning to you then? Well, how about that? They're not in the chicken coop as of yet. And the load that we're hauling today is hazmat, so any railroad tracks we are going to be needing to stop at. 44,000 pounds worth of solvents. And I do want to mention here with 156 also, the trucks that do not have cabin suspension, 9900, 57X, and a couple of other ones, there is no added cabin suspension for any of those trucks in 156. Now, if I move to this view here, you will see that there is cabin suspension on this. That's because I'm running the International 9900i add-ons from Sherman.
To the right, and then continue straight. Keep to the right, and then continue straight.
Really, Google, my GPS is right there. You don't need to tell me to go straight. Darn it!
To the right. Continue
we
straight.
got busted. Yo, Miguel, what's going on today, driver?
Keep to the right, and then continue straight. Keep to the right, and then continue straight.
How's your 579? So, is it still running pretty good for you? Yeah, I don't have the the V2 lighting installed. I am still running his regular TAA mod. Oh, you sold your 579. Whoa. Now what are you running?
Keep to the right, and then continue straight.
Hey, as long as it pays the bills. It also saves you a bunch of expenses, though, on maintenance and insurance. I'm sure it's not cheap to insure a 579. Oh, I totally get that, Miguel. Hey, James.
In 650 feet, turn right.
Oh, geez, that's amazing if you're home every single day. And weekends off? Yep, I would take that job in an instant. Well, I was going to run, yes I am, and I was going to run this truck last Thursday, but Ruda released his 389 update, so we ran that instead. Now, Miguel, what I found with Snowy Moon's version 2 lighting was that lighting version D, which is default lighting, to me that seems like the best one. C is too dark, A, you need to adjust everything, and B is kind of like you need to adjust everything also. All right, give me one moment here, guys. I need to adjust something here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. No, V2 lighting has been released. It's not compatible with 156 also, which I kind of figured. I know I did enable the CB chatter also, but I haven't heard anything as of yet. Let's double check that just to be on the safe side too. And I'll be able to tell you one simple way here if it was enabled. As far as I know, that should be. Yeah, you need to be at minimum the $1 tier for his Patreon.
Keep to the right, and then turn right.
And they mentioned it's so early because of the consoles, so they have to keep that in mind because it seems like they're going to be updating everything all at once. But definitely, it's 156 is an extremely lackluster update. We have gotten, and I'm going to do a little bit of griping here. There is no DX12 as of yet. There is no word on the trucks that have been teased. There is also no American trailers that have been licensed. Also, the load selection in ATS compared to ETS2, absolutely stupidly low. Why not bring some of those loads from ETS2 over here into ATS to give us a better variety instead of having to constantly use mods to give us that variety? And end of rant. I don't see DX12, I don't see 157 this year, and console release, probably we're looking more towards next year.
And then turn left.
I'm backing off the ham.
And we should be getting Louisiana this year, but all that requires is a game compatibility update. We don't need a version update for it. Yep, and I was a rookie. I was in the wrong lane to turn left there. I should have been in the outside lane, not the inside. Oops.
We got a bear. Pull your hammer back in. Mark your head. I'll back off the hammer.
And as far as I know, Riley, right now, neither Xbox or PlayStation require DX12. Sony does their own graphics API for consoles, and Xbox, as of right now, does not require DX. You guys see that right there, right? I am not wearing my seatbelt. I think the only 156 more than likely is the update for Nordic Horizons for ETS2. But SCS likes to keep both games on the same version, so that's probably why 156 is so lackluster for ATS. What do we got? Less than 4 hours left to drive, so that puts us, what is that, 3 hours will put us 2:30. Guess we can go to 3 o'clock. We'll move the time forward so we're not doing too much night driving. All right, so stop by 3 o'clock, it seems like, 3:30.
Keep to the right, and then take the exit on the right.
And I did hop into the 156 open beta earlier today. And I did mess around just a little bit with it. I was checking out the dynamic loading for the chip vans. So they added scrap metal to that. So from what I've seen, they did not do dynamic unload for the chip van. But for the logging trailer, the tubes, you got the... what else is on there? The utility poles, and I think there's one other load in there. That is dynamic loading set up for that also. I didn't check that trailer, however. Now remember, while we dogged a little bit going up that grade, we're only running a 525 horsepower, and our torque is right around 1750, 1800. It's not the big dogs today. Hello, Wyoming. Now, as we're nearing our end of dry time for our 11 hours, we do need to be mindful, so I may hop and take a look at the GPS where the next truck stop is and see how far it is to the next one. If it's too far, we may end up stopping early. All right, it's too late for that one there, but yeah, we're probably gonna have to stop right down here. So I'm just gonna mark my GPS and so I know where the heck I am going, because we've got enough time to get down there more than likely, maybe a little bit over, but still, unless I jump off here and run back up to this one, which I don't want to do. So let's continue trucking.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Werner, what the heck are you doing in the hammer lane? And I think I'm going to need Granny Lane here too.
250 feet, turn right.
All right, so I'm going to move the time forward to 1900 hours, which is 7 p.m. We'll sleep. That gets us at 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, pre-trip is good. Let's go ahead 4 ways off. We got her in gear. And let's continue our journey down to Garden City, Kansas. And Dodge City. And we need to be there by Sunday morning. And it's Saturday and we've got 700 miles. Yeah, we're good. Sunday afternoon. Yep, we got plenty of time.
50 feet, turn left.
We are coming up on the halfway point in the stream. If you guys are liking this so far today, make sure that you do leave a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button down below and helping the channel grow. It is absolutely free. And what makes me different from all the other channels, I will never ask you for $1. There is no super chats here, no super thanks, nothing to where you guys need to give me money. Another gorgeous sunrise, this time here in Rawlins, Wyoming. Okay, that turn was getting a little sketchy. Even though it's just not overly sharp or anything, just in that drive-by view, I can never make those turns, and the truck is always doing that. Alright, and looking at our fuel gauge, we are down to about 3/8 of a tank, so we'll probably need to stop and get fuel sometime today. Did chat break, or are you guys just that quiet today? Now, this is the most boring part about being a truck driver, is this right here. Cruising down the interstate, you got your cruise locked at 68, and you become a glorified steering wheel holder. And if you're on a regional route and you drive the same road over and over and over again, that can get quite boring. I guess. Welcome to Cheyenne. Good evening to you, David. So what it seems like that we're doing is we're going to be going down to the Big D and hitting 70 and running that over into Kansas. Wow, really, four-wheeler? We're going to stay here because of that guy right there. Now we can get over. Da-da-da, we're in Colorado. So I should be streaming Sunday. Do not quote me on that though, because things do change, especially with this being a holiday weekend. So right now the plan is to stream. If you don't see anything up on the channel by noontime, that would be noon central, then I am not streaming. Yeah, Monday is Labor Day.
Navigation resumed.
And the unofficial end of summer, but also September 1st, is the start of meteorological autumn or fall. And even though the calendar, it doesn't change until September 20th. Hey, Travis, how's it going today? Echo check works, even though it's under a bridge. Wow, look at these skyboxes here in Weather 3.4. That looks absolutely fantastic. I think I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep Weather 3.4 active. I always enjoyed running that previously, but for some odd reason I took it out of my game. Well, I think it's going back in and staying in. Just absolutely stunning. Doing awesome like a possum. And just so you guys know, V2 of Snowy Moon's lighting is paid. But, however, the TAA mod is absolutely free to get. And you can go to snowymoon.io and grab that. So far, we've been pretty safe on the railroad tracks. Haven't had to stop at anything yet. Well, except one chicken coop. And darn it, how much you want to bet I just jinxed myself? When we go into Kansas, guaranteed we're going to stop now because I said that. Alright, we're down to a quarter tank on the motion lotion, so we'll be definitely stopping somewhere to get the go juice here very shortly. Might as well go right here to Airport Road and go to that truck stop sitting on the right.
Navigation resumed. Keep to the left, and then turn left. Navigation resumed. Keep to the right, and then turn right. Navigation resumed.
And I really like this white, gray, and like a darker red on this truck. It looks really, it goes well with this. Not all trucks will be able to use this, but the older trucks like this, definitely. Alright, we got 4 hours left to drive. Okay, so that puts us
Navigation resumed.
what, 3:30, 4 o'clock? Yeah, probably 3:30 again.
Navigation resumed.
How's it going there, 876? Great to have you on the stream.
Keep to the left, and then turn left.
For anyone who may just be joining in and is curious what I use to play the game with, check below in the video description. You will see both my PC specs and my sim hardware specs.
Keep to the right, and then turn right.
876, thank you so much for that subscribe. I do appreciate it. All right, saying that we've only an hour and 15 minutes into the stream. We're 400 miles away from Dodge City. We probably should have time for a small run after we get this load dropped off. And I'll be completely honest today, guys, I did look for a load that delivered to Walcott, Iowa with this trailer. Unfortunately, I could not find anything. I did try that earlier today, Travis, but there's not a whole lot to 156. What is there? Just the vegetation height update thing and the dynamic loading, and that's really about it. The other is UI changes for consoles. So I saw no need to opt into the open beta. Didn't I say we were going to get pulled into Kansas? Darn, am I good or what?
Navigation resumed.
Or are we still in Colorado? Oh, we're still in Colorado. Okay. If we get pulled into Kansas, that's on the other side of Burlington. Oops. So I guess Colorado really loves weighing me today. We probably, seeing that 156 is probably the update in ETS2 for Nordic Horizons, there's probably not going to be much added to ATS side. I mean, I'm going to keep an eye on the blogs and whatnot just to see, but if there's anything important, I will hop into the beta and we will give that a stream. But otherwise, we're going to stay on 155 until 156 releases. It's just not worth it. And seeing that the download is like 2.5 gigabyte, now granted with my fiber that's not so much of an issue, but still, that's a lot of data. And one thing that you said, Travis, about the chip van with the scrap metal, and 3 scoops or 3 things of the magnetic to fill the trailer. I did check out the SES forums, and people are complaining that it's way too short for loading of that trailer for 3. They're saying to have like an option to have like 6 or 7 scoops to fill the trailer, and then if you want it shorter, or even to turn it off completely, make that option in the game. I like that idea, to be honest, because we could do the same thing with the dynamic loading and whatnot that we already have on the log trailer. And it picks up 5 and it throws 9 onto the trailer. Now the grain hoppers that we have, those are perfect for loading and unloading because of the way grain is. But the other things, the depth, there does need to be some change in that, I believe. I would so love to see dynamic loading and unloading for the containers, especially since they've got the overhead cranes already in the game that lift up and drop onto trains. We could do that for the goosenecks that we have in the game. That would be amazing if they ever did that.
Navigation resumed.
Yep, and even having like a AI forklift that would load the, well, for some of the loads on a flatbed. I mean, show a flatbed being loaded. I mean, can they do it? Yes. Is it going to take time? Yes. Am I willing to be patient for that? Of course. And I very much doubt we will ever get dynamic loading and unloading with the van trailers. There's just no way to see it unless you watch a forklift go in and out, or they make a little animation to where your truck bounces up and down when the forklift goes in and out of your trailer. Darn it. Oh, shoot. I need that right there. Because, okay, we're just going to go over our drive time. Yeah, unless we can get somewhere to stop here in the next half hour. Oh, cool. Right in front of us. Perfect in Colby. All right, we're good. And you guys, for those who have never watched me before, but Coda, you have 3 hours and 39 minutes left to drive. Well, SCS figures drive time at 14 hours, not the real world 11. So I run on real world 11. I would love to see trailer doors opening before you back into the dock. Yes.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
All right, and again, I am going to move the time forward to 1900 hours. Well, actually, no. Let's make it 8 p.m. So we'll get up at 6. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that sunrise again. And of course, we gotta do our walk around of the truck, our quote unquote fake pre-trip. All right, pre-trip was good from what I could tell, at least. All right, got her fired up. Let's get going.
Navigation resumed. In 650 feet, turn right. Keep to the right, and then turn right.
I still say for this time of the day, especially if you're running right into the sun and for sunsets, I would love to see a button so you could wear sunglasses. If I don't do another run, what I'm thinking of doing is going down to the Oregon Trail that they have here in the game and running around on that. I don't know if I've ever shown that on the stream or not. I want to know who was drunk and designed this road in haze, though. Does anyone even know if this even exists? These double S turns? Alright, we are nearly to Amerigas. Dodge City, 30 miles away. I guess we got an automatic stop at this one. Where'd that four-wheeler think he was going? That's what I wanted to know. Well, there's no point in racing up here to... Oh, I thought that those tracks were going straight. We made it to Amerigas.
You have arrived at your destination.
right, we're going to take the hard park, of course, which is probably the easiest one in here. All right, why am I putting a tanker into a dock? All right, that's a nice $118,000 payday. All right, so the Oregon Trail, if you guys do not know where that is, that's not it here. It is up here in Nebraska, I believe. Yeah, it's all right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Scottsbluff, and then I'll just put myself right there, go to Scottsbluff, and then we're going to run through the Oregon Trail back here.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Navigation resumed.
All right, and one thing I'm also going to do, since I'm going to be running around in here, is I'm going to turn off fatigue and traffic offenses. And I have no idea why I'm bringing my trailer with me. I guess for a little bit of a challenge, I guess. Echo check really works. Yeah, so I'm gonna go around. We'll come back out right to there, just so you guys know. I'm not gonna like cheat you out of seeing anything in here. this is the easy part along in here because you really, there's, what is it, wide open, and the steering wheel is not really vibrating in my hand, so, I mean, that's, I guess that's all right. And these cones, just push them right out of the way. Yeah, this is bouncy in here. And going back up in here where we're currently going, and there's a visitor center back up in here. Yep, I'm getting my echo check fill in too today. Visitor center museum kind of thing is what's up here. I forget which one it is. Nope, I guess this is just a lookout over to the Oregon Trail from up in here, I believe. Can we read anything on that sign? Not really, I don't think. Nope. The museum is down at the viewpoint. This is just a scenic overlook up here. Yeah, look at that view. That is stunningly pretty good from way up here. And that's also all the time that I do have for today. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure that you leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down because all feedback is important. If you liked what you saw and you are already not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. Help the channel grow. It is absolutely free. Have a great rest of your Thursdays, early Friday for those in the UK. And don't forget, I will see you guys on the flip-flop. Good night.